Hey guys, today I'm going to deploy Wazuh to my GCP environment so that I can monitor a few security incidents that I'm going to show you. Let's go first through the Terraform. First thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to deploy the whole infrastructure. As you can see right now, I don't have anything on my environment. So let me go through the main.tf file to show you what am I going to be deploying. First, I'm going to be specifying deploying this to Google Cloud. In order for my VMs to communicate, I have to create a firewall rule that it's going to allow my manager to receive access from my agent on port 1514 and 1515. Then I'm going to create a rule to allow API internal communication on the manager machine. And then I'm going to create my manager machine. This machine is going to be kind of robust, and I'm going to give it a public IP. You don't have to. You can add NAT to your environment. Just for simplicity, I'm going to give it a public IP. And I'm enabling OS login. Then I'm going to create my Wazuh agent machine. As you can see, this machine is not as strong, but it doesn't have to be. And I'm also giving a public IP, again, for simplicity, also enabling OS login. And finally, I'm going to create the firewall rules to allow HTTP and HTTPS on my machines. On my variables.tf, I have the project ID, region, zone, network, manager name, agent name, manager tag, and agent tag. On outputs.tf, I'm going to be outputting to my terminal the manager and the agent internal IPs. Cool, so let's start. Open a new terminal, run Terraform init, and Terraform apply. Yes, and let the magic happen. All done, my machines are created. I'm going to open a new terminal window and I'm going to SSH into Wazuh manager. I'm going to switch to sudo. And I'm going to run this one-liner that I got from Wazuh official documentation. This is going to download and set up Wazuh on my machine. And it took a few minutes, but those logs just say that everything went fine and I have my password. I'm going to open another terminal. And I'm going to set up a tunnel in between my computer and my cloud environment. Good. Now I can access Wazuh dashboard on my local host. And that's my dashboard. Beautiful. Now let's connect my agent machine to this machine so that I can monitor it through here. I'm going to open another terminal and I'm going to SSH into my agent machine. Switch to sudo. I'm going to create a script. This script basically is going to connect this machine to my Wazuh server. That's the manager IP. I'm going to call this machine victim agent 01. And what the script basically does is that it connects this machine to my manager. You can do those manually, but I think this is easier. Exit it, give it permissions, and execute it as sudo. All done, no errors. And as you can see on my Wazuh dashboard, I have one active agent, which is my victim agent. I can see basic information about my agent. I can see that it's a weak machine, but we're here for the security. So let's try to do some weird stuff and see how we can identify it on the Wazuh board. Since I didn't create an attacker machine, I'm going to do it from my manager. A brute force combined with guessing a user. Permission denied because this user does not exist. Now I'm going to go back to my main dashboard. I'm going to go to threat hunting and I can see 10 authentication failures. I can see that there was a trial of attempt to log in using a non-existing user and SSHD brute force on victim agent 01. I'm going to go to my agent machine and I'm going to try to add a user. And another one. Back to the dashboard, I can see new user added to the system twice on victim agent 01. Back to my machine, I'm going to install Nginx. Done. Back to my dashboard. I can see a new Debian package. And if I inspect the details, I can see that the package was an Nginx. Now that's the first step of security, to be able to log and identify what's going on. So that's it. That was Wazuh SIEM to monitor your VMs on GCP.